Monday, everybody. We are back for another Monday Miracle, and we are talking all about the end of school year and teacher conferences for some of the kiddos here at Bright Beginnings. So if you have not seen our Monday Miracles before, we come on here every Monday and just talk about some wins from some kids, from some family members at the office. And I figured with it officially being the transition to summer here in the North Shore, Milwaukee area, we would go over, we actually had a few of them all in the last week with all of those, like I said, parent-teacher conferences, getting some awesome feedback from teachers. So first one, I actually shared this one last week, a 12-year-old who really struggles with some focus and paying attention and not sitting still at school, an ADHD diagnosis, and his aunt works at the school. And over the course of the last couple of weeks, 3 different teachers had come up to his aunt and separately given some awesome feedback that he was doing great and was just really doing well with some of the standardized tests at the end of the year and just paying attention, not being so disruptive and talkative and all that type of stuff. So that's an awesome one. This next one here, a 10-year-old boy who is just, mom's noting that just way more social interaction and engagement, both at school and at home, and that he is noting more, is willing to open up and express more of his stories about his day and how school went, and just engaging more in conversation, and got some awesome feedback from school there as well. Then we've got a 4-year-old girl, and her biggest thing was really struggle with transitions and emotional meltdowns and tantrums and all that type of stuff. And when I talked with parents the other week, they said that they have been getting quite a few less calls from school in terms of her emotions and being in control of all of that. And just the transition of getting into the car and going to and from school has been quite a bit easier for them as well. And not that this is specifically related to school, but the almost a 50% decrease in the amount of tantrums and meltdowns that she was having over the first, she just had her first progress exam, so first month of care. And we keep going. Then this one is a little boy, a 2-year-old. So when we're saying school, we're talking kind of school/daycare. And mom has just noticed that he is doing so much better at just feeling comfortable at daycare and connecting with friends, and just being able to go in there, have a great time. He is very go, but he's able to slow down and be a little bit more, pay attention to some of those social cues, connect with peers, and even connect with adults, and being able to say hello and be able to play the way that is a little bit more socially acceptable, and just really feeling comfortable connecting with other humans, which is amazing. And we'll get to in a second of why all this stuff is happening for these kids. And then the last one, save the best for last. This 9-year-old, I've been working with him for a while, and just doing a way better job of controlling his emotions, controlling the way that he handles stress. A 9-year-old, right, starting to get into some little bit tougher coursework. And for him, one of the big pieces of the puzzle was when things were hard, he would really kind of just choose not to go that way. So specifically when it comes to school, math, way easier for him. Reading and writing was actually below grade level. And we found out when we just had parent-teacher conferences that he is now testing at the appropriate grade level, higher for math still, but the appropriate grade level, so totally caught up in reading and writing, which is absolutely amazing. And mom used to say that almost every single day after school, the teacher would just have a quick conversation with her and dad about kind of how things were going, and they basically they don't have those at all anymore. So he's getting absolutely stellar reviews, easier to redirect, listening better, social interaction, engagement, mood regulation, focus, connection, all of that stuff. And to top it all off, we knew some of this stuff was happening, but at the end of the year, he got the most improved award at school, that's what it's all about. So then the big question is, all this stuff is amazing. How the heck is it happening? And it all comes down to regulating their nervous system. So for all of these kids, we ran our nervous system scans. We identified areas where they're just holding extra stress in the tension, which doesn't allow you to regulate your emotions as well. It doesn't allow you to have as much connection. It doesn't allow you to focus. It just really makes all the stuff more difficult than it should be. And so now through our very gentle chiropractic adjustments, we've removed that stress out of their system. And all of a sudden now they're able to do all of these things that we talked about so much better. And that helps at home and it helps at school.